Hi and welcome everyone to another video on this channel. Today I'm gonna show you the best players to target for double GAMEWEEK 29 of Fantasy Premier League, so make sure you stay here. Okay guys, so as you can see from the screen, today I'm gonna show you some of the best players to target for double GAMEWEEK 29 of FPL, at least from my point of view. Now it really depends if you want to use your free in GAMEWEEK 30 or not, because if you don't want to use your free in GAMEWEEK 30, Arsenal and Spurs are gonna double in GAMEWEEK 29 and also have a fixture in GAMEWEEK 30, which is just ideal. But if you want to use your free maybe in GAMEWEEK 30, you can target teams like Brighton, Newcastle, Everton maybe. I didn't include Brighton in this list because I think that the fixtures are just horrible and they are not worth targeting, but yeah, you can buy them if you want to. Now what you see on the screen is not a team, it's not a free team or a wildcard team, because obviously you can have 4 players from a team. So these are the players I think that are gonna do just fine in double GAMEWEEK 29. So let's start with Arsenal. I picked from Arsenal Ramsdale, White, Saka and Lacazette. Obviously you can have just 3 of them. Personally I have 3 players from Arsenal for my own team, and honestly I was a little bit disappointing in the recent weeks. This double GAMEWEEK is not great. Yes, 2 fixtures at home is okay against Leicester and Liverpool, but honestly if I was to triple up at the moment for Arsenal, I would go for double attack, just because I think that the chances for 2 clean sheets are basically impossible. I don't think that they are going to keep a clean sheet against Liverpool, and also against Leicester is not going to be that easy. So I think that having just one defender like Ramsdale, White or maybe Tierney if you want to is just enough. And yeah, if I was to triple up on Arsenal, I would go with double attack. Saka would be 100% in my team, and also probably Martinelli just to keep some funds there. But yeah, in midfield maybe you have other options, so if that's the case you can go for Lacazette. But what I really like about having some Arsenal players for double GAMEWEEK 29 is firstly they are really cheap, like Saka, Martinelli, White, and secondly they are gonna have a fixture in GAMEWEEK 30, which is just ideal if you don't want to use your free, right? So secondly, let's talk a little bit about Liverpool. It doesn't really matter because I suppose that you guys have some Liverpool players already in your FPL teams. So they're gonna play against Brighton away, Arsenal away. I think that the chances for clean sheets are really okay, so that's why I have Trent and Robertson. If I was to triple up at the moment with Liverpool, I would go for double defense, and 100% would be with Robertson and Trent. You can go for Van Dijk if you don't have enough money, but I just think that Robertson is just a better FPL asset to own. And obviously with Salah, I'm not gonna talk about him. Probably he's gonna be my captain. I think that he's the best captain for this GAMEWEEK. I know that the fixtures are not great from an attacking perspective for Mohamed Salah, but it's a double GAMEWEEK. They are still in the title race. These games are must own for Liverpool, so I think that they are gonna give their all. Now in attack I don't have Jota or Diaz or Mane or something like that. The thing is the problem is the rotation with Liverpool. I think that Jota could be a nice option, but he didn't play in the last game in the Premier League. He didn't start, I mean, so probably he's gonna start against Inter in the UEFA Champions League. Now we need to see what's gonna happen today, but his minutes are gonna be limited. That's the only problem with Jota. I think that he could be a great option, but still because of the risk I would go for double Liverpool defense for this period at least. Now we need to see what's gonna happen. Maybe at some point Luis Diaz is gonna be nailed. He was phenomenal in the last GAMEWEEK, so who knows, maybe at some point he's gonna be nailed in that team. Okay, so now let's talk a little bit about Tottenham. The funny thing is they won against City. Everybody was saying Tottenham are back. They lost against Burnley, they lost against Middlesbrough. Now yesterday again they won 5-0 against Everton, and yeah, it's really funny. It's really hard to predict how they are gonna play, but obviously they are looking great for this double GAMEWEEK, right? So the fixtures are not amazing, Brighton and United, but I mean 2 fixtures away, United are not really keeping clean sheet at the moment. We saw how bad they were against Man City, and also Brighton is a decent fixture for these players, right? So the obvious picks from Spurs are Son and Kane. I don't really need to talk too much about them. It would be ideal if you can have if you have enough money to have both of them, but I think that's gonna be pretty hard. For my own team at least, I can have both Son and Kane, and also to have Mohamed Salah is really hard. But also the good part is we have someone like Kulusevski, and as I said last week, I said that Kulusevski is gonna be a rotation risk, but the way he's playing at the moment is just phenomenal, and I think that he's gonna get some good minutes. I just can't see him being dropped. Now obviously maybe he's not gonna start both games, he's not gonna play 90 minutes both games against United and Brighton, but still at that price, honestly 6.1 million, I think he's I think that he's a great option if you don't have enough money to go for someone like Son. And I really like double up at least with Kulusevski, Kane, maybe Kulusevski, Son if you want to. Now with Lloris, he's also on this list, but honestly, I think that I would go for a defender instead of Lloris, just because maybe you have someone like Ramsdale also in your team now. With the defenders, we have Doherty and Davies. Doherty, he's back. We all know how good he was last season, two seasons ago with Wolverhampton. Now he's really cheap. He's 4.7 million. He was amazing in the last 2 game weeks. Again, I think that with Doherty there is still a risk with rotation, because I just can't see Emerson Royal not playing at least 1 game in the double game week. But the upside of having Doherty is really high. So we know what he can do on the pitch, and I think that he could be a great punt if you want to. For the next 2 game weeks, you can buy someone like Doherty. You can take a risk, and after that you don't need to play him every game week, right? So that's the thing. But if you really want to go safe, maybe you go for someone like Davis or Dyer. Now these are the options. You can go for someone like Sanchez if you really want to. And then the last player on this list is Calvert-Lewin. Personally, I have Calvert-Lewin in my team, and I think that probably it was the worst transfer in my FPL season. So yeah, but he played against Spurs, so he's fit at the moment just before the double game. They are gonna have 2 fixtures at home, Newcastle and Wolverhampton. And with Wolverhampton, in the recent weeks they didn't keep really so many clean sheets. I know that I talked so many times that Wolverhampton are one of the best defense in the Premier League, and I still think that they are. But yeah, Calvert-Lewin is gonna have 2 fixtures against Wolverhampton, Newcastle. Everton are not playing great at the moment, but the good part is Everton are fighting for relegation, so I just can't see Everton getting relegated in the Premiership. So that's why I think that they need to play really good. So yeah, I think that Calvert-Lewin is a great option. Obviously, if you don't want to use your fit in Game Week 30, then Calvert-Lewin is not gonna have a feature in Game Week 30. That's the problem with him. But for this game week, if you have him, if you wanna take a punt, I think that he could be a great option. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. And if you did, please consider leaving a like or subscribe to this channel if you're new around here. It would be really helpful and I really appreciate it. And also, please let me know about your opinions in the comments down below. See you next time.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.